In this video, I want to talk about the different saving options that you have available to you in RX. So let's say you've done some editing to an audio file. I'm just going to do some clip gain envelope changes on the audio. So you can see that there's some changes. It's updated the audio waveform. Down here, I can see all the nodes added for the clip gain. Now, if I go to the File menu, I can Save As. Now, what this is going to do is it's going to save out the audio waveform as a WAV file. So I'm just going to name that dclip drums 2. And I've got a new waveform. Now, another option is you can save your audio as an RX file. So I'm just going to go to File and then Save an RX document. Now, what this is going to do, it's going to save the audio, plus it's going to include all the changes in the history of the modules that you've used and any audio editing within that file. I'm going to save this as version 3, and as you can see, the extension is RxDoc. So I'm going to click Save, and now I've saved that as an RX document. Now, you're probably wondering, what does this mean? So I'm going to go to my browser and just pull in those audio files. So over here, I've got my second drums file. I'm going to drag that in. And as you see, that's just an audio waveform. So it's just saved the changes that we've done to the volume of the audio. Then if I go back to the RX document, I can drag this in. And as you see, this pulls in the audio waveform plus all the different states that have been recorded within that file. So what I'd recommend is if you're working on a file and you want to save it as an RX document if you want to retain all that history to the edits that you've done to the audio. Then when you're happy with everything, you can save it as a WAV file. That'll just save the audio waveform. But you can also export out your audio. So if I go here and I say export, I can choose an audio format to export out. You can see it includes WAV, AIF, FLAC, OGG Vorbis, and MP3. So these are the uncompressed formats, and these are the compressed formats. So I'm going to select the WAV at 16-bit. I'm not going to add any dithering, and I don't want to preserve any of the non-audio data. And I can choose to reopen it in RX, and I'll click OK. So I'll just save this as a name. I'll choose to call this export, and then it's going to pull it into RX. So as you can see, this was my original WAV file where I made the changes to it and saved it as a file. Here is the export that looks exactly the same. So just with the export, it gives you the option of changing the format. So this was a WAV file. I could export it out as an AIF, and then it would be an AIF file. And in the RX document, where it retains all the histories of the edits and modules that you've used to the audio. So that covers all the saving and export options that you have available to you in RX. Catch you in the next video.